Hello, Day family. Welcome to the village. It is Mrs. Day All Day coming at you. And I wanted to come on this evening to touch base and talk a bit about financial freedom. And I believe from the title of this video, it should be labeled, Are You Financially Fit? Okay? And not trying to get all up in your business, but we do need to be financially fit. And especially for those of us that are of a seasoned age, because you guys know I am retired from the Navy after 32 years of civil service. But I consider this a pre-retirement because the reality of it is I am now currently an entrepreneur. I work for myself. I stood up my own company, Denise Day Consulting, under my All Day Everyday LLC. So this has been a blessing. That came out of 2020 and the retirement, then into entrepreneurship, and also with creating a Queen Circle for some of the other very special queens in my life who also stood up their home-based businesses. So with that being said, this part of the Denise Day Consulting, which you can go and check out on my website, which is live at www.mrsdayallday.com, and click on that second page where you'll see Denise Day Consulting, and there are several tiers there that you can check out. But the basis of this was about getting those of us that are, like I said, of seasoned age, and for those of you that are of a younger age, me, myself, I am, God willing, I will be 58 years young this coming Sunday, right? And so, oh my God, if the 58-year-old me could talk to the 28-year-old me, it would be a different game. But nevertheless, I was still blessed enough to get an understanding by being a supervisor about the stock market. So, although some people are hesitant about it, they're a little scared about it, but oh my God, I'm going to do some upcoming story times where Robert Kiyosaki really helped me and really opened my eyes concerning some things concerning money. And what that 1% versus the 99%, how they think about money. And they don't want us to be thinkers. They want you to be workers and chasing after an hourly wage. But once you get the understanding about money and credit and how it could be used to your advantage, then now we're playing chess. No longer will we be playing checkers. So with that being said, the reason I popped on was to talk about the and ask you and those that I want you to entrust me and come on this journey with me, because like I said, I consider myself semi-retired. I'm going to, my husband and I, we're decided that we are going to take 10 more years to even gain more in order to get where we really want to be in order to retire comfortably. So, and that includes multiple streams of income. So with that being done and said, I want you guys to come along on the journey with us and with me, and with Mrs. Day All Day, and with Denise Day Consulting. If you need some assistance, like I said, I am open for business and I'm here for you. So with that being said, let me be transparent. Let me tell you about a little bit. I'm going to do a whole nother story time to talk about where and how I came to this spot and where I am currently, okay? But the brief and dirty of it, where I had up and down credit, you know how we all kind of went through that trauma where you go through the credit card trauma and you can come back and forth. I mean, even where some of my siblings and ex-co-workers, you know, they be betting on you to max out your credit cards when I first got some back in the day, back in 87. But at any rate, going through all of that, with having a lot of credit, with maxing out credit, with not using credit responsibly, you know how that can kind of do with stain on you and everything. But even after I was blessed enough to be able to buy a house, I had enough credit to where it squeaked me past the 650 where I could even own a home with my first home that I bought in California. So that was a blessing. But within that, during that period, coming out of the divorce, I ended up filing for bankruptcy. But what I need people to know is that how people have such a stigma and a negative tone on bankruptcy, I'm going to do a whole nother one. Matter of fact, let me say this. This is going to be a series. Are You Financially Fit is going to be a series. This is one of several episodes that I'm going to do with this, and I'm going to talk about the journey and where I came from and to where I'm sitting right now. Okay, so but I noticed that a lot of people have a lot of stigma associated with bankruptcy. Not number 45 though, did he? Had it several times and writing off millions of dollars under bankruptcy umbrella, and so have people done that for a long time. But nevertheless, it is not a negative thing. 5 years can get you financially free, and how fast it went by. Oh, and to consolidate everything and have one payment of $600 for 5 years, and to be out of debt in that period and standing and sitting now with a FICO score. What is my FICO score? A FICO score of 736 and an Equifax saying I have 708, and TransUnion saying, and Experian says 731. But again, like I said, that personal credit, not so important to me anymore, because now that my eyes have opened, I'm after business credit now, and especially with being an entrepreneur. So, but anyway, I digress. But I want to be very transparent. I'm going to let you guys know where I was, where I had come from, and even still how I even managed to retire with 6 figures. It could have been 7 if I'd have had a real partner back then, but it was what it was. And being beat up and smacked around with the taxes of it all, it was very, very painful. But nevertheless, I'm not discouraged. I'm encouraged, because now I work for myself. As I said, I'm the founder and the CEO of All Day, Every Day LLC, and my husband is just such a support system to me in my business. So I'm just really so appreciative of that. But we're going to take this journey. This is going to be series 1, volume 1, and a couple of questions that I want you to get ready to ask yourself. So when we come back together, you can drop down in the comments and hit me up and say, yes, you're ready to do something about it. Because if you don't acknowledge it, you cannot fix it if you have situations and issues and if you're not ready. So that's all I'm saying, because my retirement came upon me at 57 very swiftly, and I was blessed that I was ready. I would have liked to have been more prepared, but this next time I'll be ready. So at any rate, is your savings tight? What does your savings look like? Do you have several months worth of your bills stored up in case of emergencies, especially with after all of this of the last year with the pandemic and the job situation and everything? So at any rate, as a part of the series, I'm going to talk about entrepreneurship, home-based businesses, and how this helped me, how I was able to write off, even with starting up my home-based business, you can write up to $5,000 within that first year. And fortunately, I had up to 47. And I think I was being conservative. But anyway, I was blessed. I was thankful. So we're going to talk about that. But for your question that I'm asking you, is your emergency fund tight? What does your savings look like? So that's the first question. How about your 401k? Are you participating in your 401k on your job? Is there one available? Do you have access to it, and are you maxing it out? If you do not, don't fear, don't fret, because through Denise Day Consulting, I can show you how you can get into the stock market if that's something you choose to do. Like I say, I don't do the day trading, all the Forex, that kind of situation. I have my monies, and I will actually, I'm gonna open up on the series 2. This is 1. On 2, the next one that's gonna follow on to this, I'm gonna open up and let you guys see into my Robinhood that I had invested in once I retired, that I actually have. And we're going to go in here, and I'm going to give you guys the specifics about her. Right now, she's sitting at $7,966.03. And she's green today. I love green days. And I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the stock that I do own, and which include some Johnson & Johnson, AT&T, Berkshire Hathaway. Oh, yes, Queen Day owns some of that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and about getting involved, because you can't be scared. I'm going to tell you about a little bit about when I had a major loss. We'll talk about that in series 2 as well. But scared money can't make any money, so we're not afraid around here. So we'll talk about that in the next episode. Yes, indeed, we will. So, but to wrap it, and that's one of my brokers. We'll talk about several brokers that are available to you. I'll tell you about one where I have a couple of coins sitting that I don't really care for that much. Matter of fact, we'll be we'll be breaking free of them. Matter of fact, tomorrow will be Monday. Okay, but here's the other question for you guys. Remember, number one was, is your savings or your emergency fund tight? Is it greater than 1,000? Is it 3 times whatever your bill should be? What are you looking like in that area? Are you participating in your 401k? Are you maxing it out? That's what you should be doing, especially if they're matching you dollar for dollar. Okay, do you have insurance? What does your insurance look like on your personal life insurance, as well as your other home insurance for your property and your homes, because that's very critical as well. What is another one here? Number 4. Okay, how much debt do you currently have? How much debt are you carrying? And how are you addressing it? You know, you doing that ostrich, that little head in the sand thing? Or do you have a plan? Are you addressing it? Because if you don't, again, like I said, www.mrsdayallday.com. Hit on that Denise Day Consulting, and we will get you a plan, and I will work with you and walk you through it. If it's stock, if it's getting your debt paid down, getting your credit straightened out, we need to get after it. Because if you, in the future, you want to own a home, if you want some legacy, something you're going to pass down. I actually saw my mom buy her first home at 50, and now at 58, I've bought 2 homes. But I'm looking to do it for passive income. My next one's going to be passive, or either I may leave this one to be a passive income as well. So with that being said, we're going to wrap this up because we got to get to next one. To 2. Have you looked at your credit report lately? What does your credit report look like? And you know there could be all manner of bogus things out there on your credit report. So that's one of the first steps that we want to start with, is you getting out there, getting copies of credit report and seeing what is out there. That's going to be in the next section, because I'm calling this a Are You Financially Fit series, and they're going to go by volumes. So on each volume, we'll be taking things step by step, because I want you to know that I'm going to drop these jewels and give you some information. I want you to trust me, work with me, and get yourself together as well as we go on this journey together. Sounds good? Okay. All right. So with that being said, what else do I have on here? Okay. We talked about the bankruptcy. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to talk about my credit going the up and down, the home buying. Do you guys know I even bought this home, had this home built from the ground up while I was in bankruptcy? Okay. Nothing but God, okay? The grace and the mercy of God, he'll show you what to do and how to do it, okay? So that was something as well. That, like I said, that story time is going to be coming. I told you guys that currently my FICO, I came out of bankruptcy in February of 19. I've been out 2 years now. And like I said, my FICO is sitting at 736, and my TransUnion Equifax score is at 731. But that doesn't really impress me anymore. And like, you know, the Biden administration, they're coming in now ready to wipe and clean the whole situation and rearrange with the credit anyway. But I'm focusing on business credit now, because being an entrepreneur, that's what's going to get me ahead. And that's what my mentors are telling me to focus on. So with that being said, just know that I am so happy that you dropped in for this first of many sessions. This is our Are You Financially Fit series. This is volume 1, and this is Mrs. Day, and I am out. And I will see you soon. Ciao.